Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted from Bowser, who is a member of the YouTube, so thank you for the support. And they write, longtime fan, also level 2 member, watch your videos every day at work. First off, I'd like to mention I'm not great with typing, counting, team building, and catching all that, so should let you know what you are in for. I ran Wiggly, Litwik, and Amaura. Amaura. I was going to originally run lock on fly press smear goal, but found out it was banned, so I subbed in Wiggly. Looking forward to getting the facepalm analysis. Thanks for the reviewing, and don't hold back. Okay, let's just jump into it because you got like some top rank things that are spammy with Powder Snow Weather Ball. Ember should hit pretty hard. Wiggly as a charmer is obviously going to do a ton of damage. So let's see. Who's your safe swap here? Amaura, I guess? Amaura? Amaura. I'm going to call it Amaura because that's what it looks like it. Anyways. In the lead here, Wiggly, yeah, like everything is going to do over 50%, and especially on a, yeah, you can't shield because you're going to get 1 HP'd out here. Everything does over 50%, and then it's going to do over 50% on a Wiggly. So, oof, absolutely destroying each other. You should probably start shielding here. So it's Sucker Punch on Joltik, which is doing super effective on the ghost, and it is Ember doing super effective on the bug. I would just, yeah, Mystical Fire. That has a chance that 100% lowers their attack or defense. Which one does it do? Lowers their attack, which is nice. Unfortunately, you have a fire Pokemon on your Ice Rock. Now, Ice Rock does neutralize the damage, but your Powder Snows are not going to do much here. And going for the bait, I don't know if you want to do that unless you burn your last shield and you have to bait. Yeah, okay, you burn your last shield, so you kind of have to bait. Yeah, that's fine. Because they're going to get to a move first, so you kind of had to try and bait there. Okay, amazing lead. They have a Dark-type Pokemon. They get out into their Swinub. And the thing with Wiggly is that it's just so overpowering with the charms in this meta that if they don't have a hard answer to it, you're just gonna overpower it, right? So stay in, just overpower here. It is a little risky because you have a ghost in the back, and just something that's just kind of neutral at best. So I would think about like getting out of this matchup like right now into something else. Like I would have been into, you should have been, yeah. Let's just stop for 2 seconds here. You have such a dominating matchup with Raticate as a fairy, especially in the Baby Cup, where everything just does so much damage. And you also have Amaura, which is a rock which will resist the flying type moves. So you should be instantly stumping in here, so you get the I'm gonna call it the Baby Dragon. What is Amaura? What is this thing? Fine, Amaura on it, and then you can have your Wiggly on your Raticate, because now you're gonna like get out of here, and then at best you have, yeah, this which will resist the wing attacks, but now you're gonna have a dark on a Raticate, which is not, sorry, a ghost on a dark type Pokemon, which isn't ideal. Now if it's running quick attack Raticate, which most do, then the fast moves will be resisted, but you're just leaving yourself in sort of like a bad situation here. Luckily they just kind of double shielded, and you are matching those shields. We'll take it out here. And what do? Do you instant swap because you're already like 2 times lowered? So you're already 2 times lowered. So my only concern about staying in this matchup is that like these aren't going to do as much as they should, and Eradicate could just like farm up and get a couple crunches off here. They can get like 1 to take out here and then 1 to take out Litwik. And that looks like almost exactly what's going to happen here. The Embers are super effective. They get to the dark type move. It's a Baby Cup, so this probably one-shots. Yeah, you lost this matchup, man. Definitely an oh-man moment. You should have, yeah. You should go out into the Amaura earlier on the Ducklet and then save your Wiggly for the Raticate, because then you just left yourself with a ghost type Pokemon against a dark, which is a terrible idea. Okay, so they have Cottony coming in here. And again, just staying in. You have 2 answers for this. Did they sub into this? Sorry, let me just backtrack here. Yeah, they have a Golett, which they get out into a Cottony. So you have Jesus, man. Okay, yeah, definitely hand in the face here. You have two Pokemon that are weak to ground in the back, in Litwick and Amaura, and you have two Pokemon that are super effective against Cottony, which came in. And for some reason, despite having two answers to this in the back and both of these not wanting to sequel, that you decided just to stay in for some stupid reason. Yeah, so this is kind of rough. And the shield. So, I mean, you're going to take out both here. Grass is resisted, but this is going to do a lot of damage. And with the Mud Slap, you're probably going to need to shield. Because now the Mud Slap's just going to overpower you, these two back Pokemon. So, at least you have a super effective move here, but the damage is basically done. And it's not even a full health. And now, Wiggly, even though Charm is resisted, they've done so much damage on you. That it does not matter. Yeah, like, okay. Okay. Sableye is going to get out. You have two answers in the back. You have two answers in the back. You chose the one that it takes super effective as opposed to the one that would resist. Okay. Like, I'm bad at typings, man, but you are real freaking bad at typings. You need to go and look up typing chart. Don't even play GBL anymore. Keep watching my videos, but don't play GBL until you learn typings. Because you are going absolutely nowhere fast if you don't know the basics around typing. Because that you've misplayed almost every match so far just on the typings alone. Because if you don't know the typings and you don't know what does super effective, and like you need to know this stuff to know when to switch and when not to switch and what to switch into. So it doesn't matter how good your team is or anything. If you don't know like the basics, you're going to have a tough time. So get to a Swift in the mirror match here. They do shield, which is fine. You may want to shield back. Coming in Litwick. Okay, they decide not to throw, even though they should have a move. But and it's a Yamask, which is doing super effective against you. And out comes a Razor. Oh no, Astonish. I know it's Astonish because I've got a team coming with the double Astonish users here. So you need to double shield this thing and take this out. Yeah, take it out ASAP. Because this is just basically a fast move damage team at this point. And hope you can get to a charge move here before they take you out, which you do for the win. Yeah, so these are just a fast move damage team. I don't even think they gave you an option to shield here, but like once you saw the Wiggly on the lead and then the Astonish user there, you need to like recognize fast move damage. Nope. Oh my goodness. You have, man, my man. You have a WIGGLYTUFF, which is half normal, double resisting the Astonishes from the Drifloon, and you get out of that matchup. You're lucky that they didn't punish you with a counter user in Vigoroth here, which would do super effective against the Rock Ice, double super effective against the Rock Ice, and they decide to just let their Drifloon goes down and stay in a bad matchup. Okay, so I would probably shield this because it could be Rock Slide or Bulldoze. It is just a Rock Slide. Can we farm down before they get to another move? We can. And Ducklet, so throwing that Mystical Fire to lower their attack. And just instant swap Wiggly. Their attack is lower. There's no point of letting them farm up. Just shield. Their only win con is basically a Brave Bird here. And that's not even a win con. They're going to lose. But just no point of taking their only charge move that they can throw here. Pom Pom. I don't think it's called a Pom Pom. What's it called? Or Choreo. Stays in and just gets out Charm. So you shield. And what will they come in with now? What the heck are they using here? What is this team? They are using a Toxel. I don't even know if I have that Pokemon. What is a Toxel? And it has Power Punch, so that's unfortunate. And then Vanillite. Okay, so there's your Rock type move for super effective. So Ancient Power. And you just go for the second one right here. Will it one shot? I have no idea. In this, it's super effective. Baby Cup, yeah, does one shot. And they're back in with the Toxel. I know it's like Toxel is one of the new legendary. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Okay, terrible lead. Ooh, you really don't have an answer for this. Okay. So I don't even hate that you're staying in here because you really don't have an answer. Litwik at best, but then they'll have the crunch, and then you also have an ice Pokemon, so you had to stay in and just take it in the 1-0. That's fine. This is actually the smart play, whether you knew it or not. Sorry, that was mean. Yeah, you had to stay in here, and now you're W to rock in the back, and it's a freaking Dunsparce. Oh, thank God they let it go. So they let it go. You chip a ton, which is huge. I would just come Litwick and get those. Like when your opponent is that low, you come in with the harder hitting move to get it out. So you should be coming in with Litwick just to take it out ASAP. And they have ice type Pokemon, the mini bear there. Cubchoo. And now, so you could have maybe instant swapped and just done super effective with the fire. Yeah. Fire super effective against ice. So I didn't even I should have mentioned that. You should have got out immediately into this because it's an ice type Pokemon. You could have just deleted it basically with the embers for the win there. So someone made I say Mincino or Mincino. Someone made a joke depending on what part of Italy you're from. That is a very funny joke if you have an Italian mother like I do. And, well, they're like third or fourth generation at this point, but okay. So grabbed a shield, did some chip into the Amaura. I'm going to call it Amaura because it looks like an aura, like Aurora Borealis. So Amaura. That's what I call it. Amaura. And if I'm right, look at me trying to figure out words. Okay. Back in here. They shield, but they're down 2 shields now. Get the 1 turn delay. I would shield, yeah. Shield anything at this point. Can fire down. What do they got in the back? It is a Swinub, Swablu, which is a half dragon. And deciding to go with Flame Charge when you have a Fairy in the back where you could have lowered their attack. Shielding up the Ice Beam because, yeah, they can easily just charm them down. Oh, sorry, they're not even a dragon. Sorry. I'm so used to the evolved form, but they're not a dragon. They're normal flying. Okay, double charm users taking each other out. Be very wary of what is in the back here. And it is a rollout user, and you are double E to rock, and this game's over. It is a fast move damage, charmer, double rock user. I'm guessing they have another one. Oh, so Litleo, okay. Same sort of thing, though. Just a really fast move damage pressure team that you got here, that they got on you. So there's not much you can do with that. I put out a fast move damage team on what day is today? Thursday afternoon? Yeah. I put out a fast move damage team Thursday afternoon. And they're very tough to overcome if you do not have like an absolute walls to these Pokemon. You know what? Okay, I'll do more of your battles and then I'll just kind of talk maybe towards the ending here. Another Charmer against each other. They get out into Sandshrew, so you get out. No. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm dying. Okay. I don't think I need to tell you why coming in with your ice Pokemon into a steel ice instead of your fire Pokemon is the right play. Where you have a double super effective fire versus a double resisted ice. Luckily, they also have a Wiggly on the front, so they're very bad against fire so far, and they came back into their Wiggly, so they must not have an answer for you in the back here. And they have another thing weak to... Nope, throw a move. Oh, my man. Throw a move. What are you doing? Did you just shield and hope you... If you lose to a... You just lost to a Wigglytuff double ice when you have a Litwik on your team. Do we put your elo range up here? 1900? 1900. Okay. Look. let's end this conversation. Let's end the battles here. Not end the battles. I'll let them play out and just kind of talk for 4 minutes here. I've seen enough. 1. Thank you for the submission and support. I do enjoy these submissions as much as I freak out on camera. These are good for hopefully you and the channel to be able to do other stuff that isn't just me. Okay, with that said, you are 1900 elo, and you, even in your write-ups, have said that I don't know type-ins, I don't know counting, I don't know team building, and I don't know catching. Well, let me tell you. Well, actually, you didn't say you don't know it. You said I'm not great with. I'm not great with typing, counting, team building, catching. I don't care about catching. I don't care about counting. You are nowhere near needing to know those. Don't worry about catching. Don't worry about counting. Don't worry about fast move optimization. You are nowhere near that. There's layers. And basically, you can kind of tell there is layers when you go up the ladder for how good of an elo player people are. So the 17 to 1800s, 1900s even here, have problems with basically everything, but the main stuff is like typings and knowing when, like, what Pokemon to align and when. Like that's the basic foundation of GBL. Like, you need to know typings, you need to know which Pokemon do well against each other, which are neutral, which are bad. If you don't know that, you are not going to advance anywhere. So those are the people that really struggle in the 1900s and 2000s, and by the end of season, even like 2200 below. If you're at like 2200, 2300 below by the end of season, you probably have an issue with like typings and knowing which Pokemon to go into certain matchups and stuff like that. So first things first, learn that. It's a must. You can learn it through just studying, like flashcards, or you can just continue to play and learn through experience. But yeah, you need to learn that. And then I'd say the second tier is when you got the basics down of knowing typings and knowing matchups, I think the next issue is like team building. So even if you know typings and stuff like that, if you put out a bad team or don't understand like how to use a team or stuff like that, then you're probably going to have trouble too. So those are like the 23, 2500 or still probably have team issue problems. Then when you get to like the 25, 2700 range, those are the people who like know how to like team build, know typings and basic matchups, but are lacking on like some of the skills associated with GBL, which are counting, fast move optimization, knowing your win cons, catching, like some of those details there. And then the 2700 to 3000, honestly, I don't think there's a ton that separates Legend 3000 from like 2800 people, quite honestly. I think if you get to like 28, 2900, you probably could get to Legend. At that stage, I just think the people who get to Legend versus the 2900, the Legend people just make less mistakes. And when you're trying to push to Legend, you really need to get those like, you need to get those 4 1s and 5 0s, and you need to minimize the 0 5s and 1 4s. So if you're like making mistakes constantly and a 2-3 turns into a 1-4, that is a significant hurdle to overcome, as opposed to like doing a bunch of 2-3s and then going your 4 1s and 5 0s. I'd rather go like 2 and 3 like 5 times and then go 4 1 5 0, as opposed to just going like 3-2 a bunch and then having like some 1-4s and 0-5s in there. The 1-4s and 0-5s are killers. So consistency and lack of mistakes are really what kind of just separate the 2800 people from above. Like at 2800, you basically know what you're doing. It's just kind of minimizing the mistakes and getting over that last little hump there. As for we are doing, thank you for those. I saw a couple people submitted Master League. Sorry, we're not looking at Master League this week. The the click-through rate and watch of these videos, again, the views are down, and I think that is actually just a product of the time of year. It's 1 week till Christmas. Less than a week, holy smokes. Less than a week till Christmas. And even though my views are not where I want them to be, the click-through rates on these videos are quite high and again, like I can tell within an hour how well a video is going to do. If it's like in an hour, 17% and higher click-through rates, that's good. And basically all 3 or 4 videos that I put out when I'm doing this video, I put out like 3 or 4 at this point, have had like this 17% higher click-through rate after an hour. So people who are on YouTube want to watch these videos, which is great. So yeah, we're just going to keep rolling these out for the entirety of the week and weekend. Anyways, have a good GoFest weekend. I guess this is when this is going up. So have a good GoFest weekend if you're doing that. Not GoFest, sorry, Community Day weekend. And yeah, that is it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.